Okay, recording is going. Everything looks like it's ready to be streamed. All right, so I'm just going to do a little bit of more morning No Man's Sky Expedition 20 before I have to go to work. It's like 1 a.m. right now where I am. And I really don't have a lot of time to actually play, so maybe like I can get like an hour and 20 minutes before I have to start getting ready for work. Maybe, but that even feels like it's going to be a big number. Sadly, just no time. But let's get going and let's start the stream. All right. I always start the recording first. It just, I don't know, feels simpler that way. All right. So the stream should be live on both YouTube and Twitch. Yeah. So for YouTube and Twitch, I am just going to be hopping back into the expedition in No Man's Sky, Expedition 20. I don't remember at all if it has a tagline. Like what else it might be called? Expedition 20. Uh, Black hole diving? I don't know. That was the name of my last video. Wait, no, I changed it. I changed it to a black hole nom. Never mind. Black hole nom, won't you come? Dumb one. It was dumb. I went into Photoshop and I just added like a hungry face to the black hole. So simple, but it made me smile. Oh, right. What I was doing was looking for the eighth creature. Now, I did check, not online or anything, but I did check here, and it showed the two creatures I'm missing. One is a rare ground creature, meaning it's probably one of those underground ones I was talking about in the last stream, and they would not pop up overly commonly. But the ground flying creature, the common one, is probably gonna pop up. Doggo 3. I love the name. So, like, if I just look up, it's entirely possible I could see a common flying creature. Though I might have to find land for that. Yeah, let's go find some land. Or it might even be on one of those flying rocks. Like, that's entirely possible. One of the Pandora rocks made of unobtainium. Ugh. Come on. Unobtainium. Unobtainium. What kind of name is that? Like, you obtained it. So then the very name doesn't make sense. Alright, go to orbit. Then I still have to find an anomalous floating creature. Which, I might have to go further afield to look for that. So, like, other planets in this star system. Oh, the whole planet is cloud cover, so I can't see where the land is. Okay, there's some land. Oh, and there's a bigger chunk of land. Let's go for that. Yeah. Ocean stuff is actually pretty fun in this game. It's no Subnautica, but it's pretty fun. But the vast bulk of the game is land-related stuff. You're exploring the surface of planets. Ah, I always mix up the run button with the scan button. Alright, just looking for a red dot, basically. Given the fact that there's only two creatures left on this planet to discover, if I see a red dot, that means I only need one of them. So if I see a red dot and I can scan it, then I've gotten that milestone completed. Pity they don't count. Hostile plant life forms. Technically a life form, just not a complex, sapient multicellular organism. Well, I mean, I guess they are multicellular, but, not complex and sapient. Alright, come on, you're flying. Give me a red dot. That's not a red dot. could also look for caves and try to find the underground dude. Ow. Ow. The hell, did I land on a there's always hostile plants everywhere. Ugh. This game is infested with hostile plants. Like, every planet you go to, there's just a ridiculous amount of flora that wants to kill you. Somebody who made this game was a fan of Alien Earth, or vice versa, because this game predates Alien Earth. So somebody who made Alien Earth was a fan of No Man's Sky, and they're like, we need to make killer plants. Because no spacefaring game is complete, ow, without a killer plant. It's a nice cave. Wide open areas like this. This would make a nice little base if I were looking into that kind of a thing. Which I'm not really big on base building when I'm in expeditions. Like on my main save, yes, I'm very big on base building. I try to make my bases very complex. I basically rebuilt my own version of Stargate Command in on one of my bases. My main base, Deep Space 69, is a huge, massive, like, starport with, like, hangout areas and like, communal storage areas and a big receiving area, like an airplane hangar, but with a Stargate, and like, a greenery, like, exocraft docking bay, like repair station area, like an engineering area. Then I have like the tech lab area. Like I really designed the hell out of it. And I even hit the build limit, which annoys me. So I think it's a 3,000 object build limit. And I was not in the mood to stop. I wanted to keep building. I wanted to make it more complex. And then suddenly I found that you couldn't and still upload it. I think you can technically build them with more than 3,000, but then you'd never be able to upload them. Which almost negates some of the point of base building. Because one of the fun things is being able to upload it and then people discover it. Which I still had the Xbox Game Pass feature, the cheapest version possible, when I uploaded mine, so it should be on there. I don't have any kind of Game Pass or multiplayer connectivity on No Man's Sky currently, so if I made changes, I imagine it probably wouldn't make it on there, which is sad. I just can't justify Game Pass. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like I would rather own the games I play. And Game Pass is one of those things where it really pays for itself if you can play like 5 or 6 games a month. And that's not really how I like the game. I like to savor games. I like to... Sometimes I'm in the mood to just replay old games that I've played before. You know, sometimes there's a game that I'm interested in, I'm just not in the mood for it. And so most months I wouldn't take advantage of Game Pass and its wide array of video games that it offers. Area discovered, ain't fi post. Ain't full post? I don't know. My god. Try to get to the surface. Am I really trapped underground? Oh my god. Okay. Thank you. That would be awful if I was trapped underground. Alright, just give me a damn red dot. I hate these milestones that require you to just find a thing that might only be on like 5% of the entire planet. I don't know. It slows down the expeditions. Like in casual gameplay, when I'm just exploring planets, I absolutely love just slowly exploring a planet, and then it's like, oh, there's a creature I hadn't found before. Neat. But in an expedition, you kind of want it to be a little bit paced to be a bit more exciting, and I think this kind of just doesn't work with the whole like making it more exciting idea. It's like, oh, I need to find this one creature I'm missing. Let's walk around the planet for 30 minutes and see if I can find it. Oh, I miss my starships. Like, I miss my starships. Like, this isn't my starship. This is the expedition ship. Like, I don't consider this my ship. I'm not bringing it back with me. I already know I'm not going to be bringing it back with me. Alright, let's check one of these Tears of the Kingdom rocks. Which, to change topics just a little bit, huge missed opportunity on the part of Tears of the Kingdom. One thing they really could have done with the sky that would have been really, really interesting is to put a huge complex city up there. Like the size of Hyrule Castle, or, you know, something with the complexity of any of the towns, like Terrytown. Oh, you can't land on these? That's lame. I thought maybe the living creatures could be on here. But you can't land on them. They just exist. Yeah, you just fly through them. They just... Oh, that's lame. But, big missed opportunity is they could have put Skyloft up there. But Skyloft many, many, many generations after Skyloft. So they could have really shown an evolved Skyloft with a lot of complexity. Maybe some kind of residence is still taking hold. Not the Uku, but something else. The sky, the biggest issue I had with the sky in Tears of the Kingdom was that it was just so sparse. Like, it didn't feel like there was any genuine... It felt like I'd seen everything there was to do on the sky, and then there was still so much of the game left. Like, I loved the idea behind it. It's just, I don't feel like the execution fully worked. And to an extent, I can sort of say the same thing about the depths in Tears of the Kingdom. Ooh. Look at how terrible this rock is. Oh, all of the objects are floating above it. Oh, boy. Unobtainium indeed. Alright, any flying creatures? It's a tree. Common. Whoops. Don't die. Okay. Somehow that didn't kill me. That should have killed me. It absolutely should have. It's almost absurd that it didn't. Red dots! Yes! Oh, I got it! Discovered 8 creatures. Oh my god. Like I said, in casual gameplay, discovering creatures is a really fun thing to do, but when you're on an expedition, and more importantly when you're recording playing that expedition, it's not very interesting to just run around a planet looking for a new creature to scan. You know, from a recording standpoint in particular, you know, you want something a little more exciting. Hey, I got the blob decal and the curious fauna decal. Those aren't new. Why is that a reward? I remember those. They've been in the game for a long time. I have those. It's weird that they put that as a milestone reward. No! 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 Run away. god, I cannot get into my ship. Thank you. Oh my god, I do not want to fight a bunch of sentinels right now. Like, especially with only a little bit of time to play. Like, I just don't have the time. Okay. So I've already finished phase 4. So I'm looking for the anomalous creature. And then polished stone, which probably shouldn't be that hard. Just gotta find a relic world, but I gotta find one anyway to find fossils. So that shouldn't be too hard. And then catch 5 fish, which also shouldn't be too hard. I get the fishing rig from completing a skeleton. So normally I never worry about the fishing rig because I always bring in my multi-tool. But I couldn't sell anything for nanites this time around, so I didn't bring in my multi-tool. That's probably maybe why they do that sometimes. Because nanites are what lead to a lot of the really good stuff. So yeah, let's go explore this star system and see if I can find anomalous floating creatures, not just flying creatures. Alright. We got a few planet options here. Let's see. I hate how the name doesn't pop up sometimes, even when your cursor's right on it and it should be popping up. Alright, so we got... It's an anomaly, and it has bones. Okay, so that's, I think... Oh, there's a lot of planets in front of me. Then there's Ipando, which also has bones. Then there's Dapri Prime. No bones, so I'm not going there. Fielden Minor. No bones, not going there. Wrong menu. Grow a damn brain. What else do we got? Anma Omega. Oh, we got a moon. I was big on moons last time. No bones. But I was big on moons last time. Ooh. I'll think about it. Let's go to that first bone planet. Yeah. Jeez, is that really 2 minutes away? Crazy. That's just crazy. Well, I got a minute and a half of travel just to get there. Oh, I could clean out my inventory. So let's see. Anything in my starship I can get rid of? I don't need to keep any of the HAB stuff, the Corvette stuff, because I have most of this on my main save anyway, and the ability to get more. I'll keep the new ones, obviously, but all the old ones, I don't need them. And well, I'll keep the save beacon. You never know. Don't see me using the marine shelter. I'll toss it. I don't need the wonder projector, not for this. Don't need the landing gear. Alright, now let's deposit some of my stuff. Unusual valves, I don't need it. But I will deposit my new Aeron stuff, like that Aeron pyramid. I'm very intrigued to see how that looks when you attach it to stuff for the Corvettes. I'm intrigued. Alright, let's try to get rid of most of the single item stuff. Get rid of that. Looks like I've already gotten rid of all the tech. Alright, that should be good for now. Alright, so I'm looking for bones. Ain't no bones about it. Ain't no bones about it. Alright, a Pando 16. Freaking Sentinels already? The last thing I want is to fight Sentinels. Stay the hell away from me. At least right now. Under different circumstances, absolutely. Alright, we got a giant, like, millipede bug of some kind. Another giant bug, so a cold bug planet. Vigilant Stone. I don't remember what that is. I know it's not new. Frozen tubers. Ooh, this was a bone planet, right? I'm not seeing any. Alright, let's fly forward in a direction, land, and see if I can see some bones. So let's go like 15 seconds. I miss my exocraft. Made bone excavation a whole lot easier. Should just be able to drive around. Oh, thank God. The extreme storms. They're a cool addition to the game, and I love the addition of the extreme storms. But stay the fuck away from me. But they can make visibility really, really difficult. Wow, this is 2 landing locations and no bones. Alright, not the Arcadia, not the Polished Stone. Fossil display plinths are constructed on the plinth. Alright, so I need to look for skulls, tails, limbs, and rib cages. Are there not bones on this planet and I misread? I thought there were. Nothing's showing up with the sweep. Like, usually the sweep will say, like, target out of range. Like, even if it's not nearby. Maybe I misread. It says ancient bones. But are ancient bones not... Wait, but dead... Locate a planet with viable fossil beds. Does it have to be fossils, not ancient bones? I'm pretty sure ancient bones is what I was looking for. Alright, it's a planetary anomaly. It looks more fossil-y. And an anomaly might also have a better likelihood of having a floating creature. So let's go there, I guess. Lidato. Alright, make sure... Lidalto. Make sure I don't go towards the ocean. Let's hit some land. Oh, nope. Yeah, unfortunately, milestones like this aren't particularly exciting from a recording standpoint, so oof. I might have to, in the future, be more selective about when I'm doing an expedition stream. Like, maybe don't do these particular milestones. I don't know. And immediate sentinels, because why not? I'm getting nothing on target sweep. Location services unavailable. That's not a good sign. Huh. I mean, fossils, right? Like, ancient bones are effectively fossils. Alright, I guess let's just fly around and land a little bit further down the road and see if I can find some fossils. Strange. Luckily, I have 0 viewers right now, which is probably a good thing, because what I'm doing is not very exciting. Oh, look at that! A sentinel pillar. That's a cool thing to just randomly stumble across. 100% not going to engage with it, but it's neat that I just... Yeah, there's one. Hey, finally, a fossil bed. Alright. Finally. Oh, I've said it 100 times, but I'll say it again. I miss my ships. This Corvette cannot corner to save its life. Its turn radius is awful. And I just miss my ships. Like, I worked hard for them. I want them. I'm all for starting over, but like, I want to keep at least that. Burp. Alright, so I found a skull. Any other ones? No, sometimes there's multiple fossils at a fossil bed. A lot of vigilant stones. I think they summon a bad guy. They summon some kind of powerful mob. But I don't remember. Alright, guess I just gotta keep flying around looking for fossil beds. Oh boy, this planet. This milestone. Alright. Oh, any anomalous creatures? No, those are land-based creatures. No anomalous creatures. Okay. Yeah, I just miss my ships and my equipment. I love the game. Miss my ships. Miss my equipment. Miss my freighter. Miss my exocraft. Miss my multi-tool. Miss my fighters when I'm not in the mood to use a Corvette, because Corvettes aren't really designed for planetary exploration. Not really. And some of my smaller, more agile fighters would be way better at more quickly and easily just exploring a surface. And also not burning through launch fuel every time I do it. Looking for fossil bed. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be massively burning through my fuel, my launch fuel. Like psychotically burning through it. Could have gotten closer, but it's so hard to see in these extreme storms. I didn't want to overshoot it. Alright, please have multiple fossils here. Hey! Oh no, that's a stream bot. Never mind. Never mind, that's a bot. I was excited for a second. Thought somebody was in the chat. Oh man, it's one of those fossil beds that's like you physically can't get to. Okay, well I can still excavate through the ground. Well, excavate by grabbing the hitbox. So I got lucky. I got a rib cage. I needed that. Hope the other one was something different. What was the other one? The other one never procced. Ooh, tail. Okay, good. So I have the skull, the tail, and the rib cage. What else do I still need? I need 2 limbs. 2 limbs. Alright, any other fossil beds in range? I'm trying to scan whatever that creature is. Get the hell out of my way. Oh, it's one of the Obi-Wan things. Yeah. They make the rounds on planets throughout the galaxy. Alright, any fossil beds? Is the subterranean relic polished stone? Something to do with relics, right? I haven't gathered polished stone in a long time. In fact, I've barely ever gathered polished stone. I think it's one of the resources in my original game, my main file, where I don't have a surplus of it at all. I don't think I have any of it. I haven't done a single thing with polished stone. I really have to look into whether or not there's a way to completely block any bots from posting anything in my chat. I don't like that. I really do not like that. Like, I don't want anything being pimped on my chat, or like in my streams, in my videos. That's like, no. I'm here to play video games and relax and have fun and hopefully talk to some cool people. Yeah, I'm not selling anything. I'm just looking to have fun. There's my ship. And I always feel like stuff like that is just so predatory. It's like, oh, go to this website, just remove the space. And they even have to put remove the space because they're not allowed to post random URLs, so they found a loophole around it. And it's like, that's an extra way of knowing, like, oh yeah, that's a little skeezy. Not even a little. That's skeevy, man. Skeevy as hell. But yeah, I'm not selling jack. I'm just here to play games and hopefully meet some cool people along the way. And I just like making stuff. I've said this before in past videos. I've said it to friends. I've said it just in my own head while I was working. Like, I just like making stuff. Whether or not anybody like watches it or not. Like it's always cool when somebody does, and I'm always excited for that. But if nobody does, I'm just happy I know that I made something and put it out there. You know, the actual joy of doing something as opposed to just trying to get something out of it besides just enjoyment. To each their own. Like I'm not dissing people that like massively monetize everything about their channels. Like power to them. Like if that's what they want to do and people are okay with it, power to them. You know, I wish you the best of luck. It's not really my jam. All right, I'm not seeing any fossil beds. Now that I remember that subterranean relics are usually vortex cubes, there's no reason to go back to the vortex. Hashtag the vortex. And that is the vortex. Oh. Yep. Oh, that's cool. Got like a meteor impact. I don't think I've ever just seen a random meteor impact. And there's a second one. That must be something they added with one of the updates. And I just never noticed it. Reminds me of the falling stars from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Truth be told, you should just call it Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom is just a massive expansion. Just a huge DLC. A really good DLC. Like, I'm not dissing it. Like, they added things in Tears of the Kingdom that dramatically improved the already amazing world of Breath of the Wild. Caves are one of the coolest things that Tears of the Kingdom introduces. Like, actually exploring all those caves in Hyrule, I found really fun. Fun, engaging, there was cool lore, there was stuff to discover. Like, I had an absolute blast with the cave systems. Also, some of the new mini bosses. Like I desperately wish that some of those mini bosses were in Breath of the Wild. The Gleeok is an amazing addition. I love the giant constructs. They're really cool. Yeah, I think the constructs are really cool. The Froxes are pretty cool. Like all the mini bosses that they added are really, really cool. All of them. But I just wish all that stuff had been in Breath of the Wild. I don't know. Wishful thinking. But I also wish some stuff from Breath of the Wild made it into Tears of the Kingdom. Like the hard mode and gold enemies. Like, it really confuses me, Nintendo's decision to not include like a master mode, because it was pretty heavily loved, the master mode difficulty in Breath of the Wild. It added countless amounts of replayability, probably. Like, people got dozens, if not hundreds of extra hours of time put into the game because they wanted to challenge themselves with a master mode playthrough. So it kept engagement on Breath of the Wild going. Whereas with Tears of the Kingdom, no DLC and no master mode. Like, there was less incentive to want to go back. Oh, fossil bed. God damn, these are rare. They didn't used to be this rare. They used to not be able to turn around without finding a damn fossil bed. It's like, oh look, another Homo habilis. Yay. That's right, I'm a science nerd. One of the few things I truly love. Science. Science is cool. Anybody that says that science isn't cool, they're not paying attention. Science is freaking awesome. Ooh, double fossils. Double prizes! Please both be legs. One was a skull. If both had been legs, I would have been done. Alright. Well, done with this. Please don't attack me. I'm just trying to finish the expedition. I'm not looking to get into a fight that's going to take me 20 minutes and then I have to stop streaming. Recharge. It's a good thing I always bring launch fuel with me, otherwise I wouldn't be able to do it like this. If I didn't have all that launch fuel, I absolutely would have switched to my other starship for this. Because I feel like it would burn through less launch fuel. And it would be easier to get in and out of. The ramp on this Corvette has proven to be a little bit difficult with landings. Like sometimes, if your Corvette lands at even a slight angle, one direction or the other, it can be really hard to actually get up that loading ramp. Giggity. Of course, Corvettes weren't really meant to land. Like, they were really meant to hover. And I just haven't been doing that. Ooh! Fossil bed. Please be a leg. Please, or a hand. A limb of some kind. Like right there. The ramp boots your character off of it if it's at even a slight angle. Like, that's something that needs to get patched. Like, the ramps need to be a bit more consistent. Because I've ran into that a lot. Like, a lot. That isn't just a rare occurrence. Like, almost every time I've landed with a Corvette, if it's at even a slight angle, it's just a headache. Alright. Please. That's a ribcage. At this point, it's a quest. But, like, yeah, fossil hunting. Fossil hunting is not a bad thing. See right there, I just got booted off the ramp. Fossil hunting is an interesting aspect of the game, but I do have to be honest, I think it is my least favorite thing to do in No Man's Sky. And there's a lot of things to do in this game, so that's saying something that I think it's at the very bottom of the list. If anybody watching this in the future on the VOD, on YouTube, has an opinion on what might be worse than that, let me know. Because right now I have 0 viewers. It's not surprising. You know, I'm in the very, very, very early AM hours. This is just a stream for me to fart around more than anything else. Like, I'm not actually expecting loads of people to hop in at like 1 AM, 2 AM. Like, I don't have that expectation at all. I just think it'd be cool if, like, you know, a couple of people hopped in, and that'd be neat. Whereas yesterday I was streaming in the afternoon, and, you know, I was getting regular, like, 7 to 10 viewers throughout, which was pretty cool. That made me very happy. So yeah, that's something that I'm also mentally prepared for. Is that probably half of my streams are going to be these early morning streams. And then the other half will be streams at a more normal human time. So like half the streams are going to be a little bit more desolate and me just kind of talking to myself, and half the other streams are going to be actual viewers and actual chat interaction. There you are. It's just because of my schedule. Like, I don't have that much time to actually stream. Like, streaming after work is just so difficult for me. Like, the fact that I did it yesterday was only because I actually had a not terrible day at work. But today, for example, today is one of those shifts that I know is going to be a terrible shift. Like, it always is. It's every week. The exact kind of shift I'm about to go through is a terrible one, and I am 100% not going to be streaming after my shift today, like when I get home. I know for a certainty that I'm not going to be in the mood, that I'm not going to want to. I'm going to be grumpy, I'm going to be burned out, I'm going to be a little dead inside. It's just the reality. But it'll give me time to do other things. So one thing I'm excited to work on more. I have been working on a drawing, and I've stopped working on it. Not stopped, but like work on it ceased like 95% when Legends ZA came out. And then I started streaming again, which, you know, takes away from some of the time to work on it. But I wanted this to be like a new channel, like banner, like a picture to put on the channel. And so the mock-up design I've done, which I have a bunch of different like potential mock-ups here, is effectively me holding a bunch of nerdy stuff like the Master Sword and Samus's arm cannon, riding a Charizard with a bunch of other video game related stuff behind me. I'm gonna put a video game controller on the t-shirt, because at first my thought was I'm gonna be holding a controller, but then I decided to give myself weapons. And yeah, it's gonna be like a real gaming centric picture surrounding like the kind of channel I'm gonna have, which is just a lot of miscellaneous random games. And I just have to get around to doing more work on it. I've done a lot more work than that. Those are just the crappy mock-ups. I've actually put pen to paper and drawn out a much more complex version of that picture, and I've already taken it into Photoshop and done a lot of the initial painting work, shading, highlighting. It's actually, I've completed the work on the main part of the picture for me, the Charizard I'm riding, the Master Sword I'm holding, the Metroid cannon I'm wielding, and a lot of the background objects like the Reaper and the Ebon Hawk from Knights of the Old Republic, and the Defiant from Star Trek Online, technically Star Trek in general, but Star Trek Online specifically from a gaming standpoint. And there's some other things in there that I have drawings of that I'm going to incorporate into that sketch. So I have a bunch of old drawings that I just did for fun that in hindsight, like I can actually use them now for exactly that purpose, because they're easily cropped and I can just remove the background and bring them into the new picture. So I have a big sketch I did a few years back of the final boss from Final Fantasy Legend 2, the War Mech. Oh, I forget what its name is. I know it. It's the big defense system you have to fight at the center of the planet. It was a really cool design. I loved it, and then I drew out a big sketch of it a few years ago. And that would be a good one to put in there, like with all the starships, because it's a big giant flying creature. I have the dragon, the fusion dragon from the end of Golden Sun, Saturos and Minardi. At the end of that game, they fuse together and become a big giant dragon that you have to fight. And it's actually a really cool fight. And a really cool payoff to, these two enemies that have been hunting you the entire game. Ooh, that's pretty close. And I figure I could find a way to maybe incorporate them into the sketch. And yeah, just a bunch of little things like that all around the place I'm trying to incorporate into the sketch. Oh yeah, and my Charizard is holding a peeper from Subnautica to try to give a little love to one of my favorite games of all time, Subnautica. Subnautica would probably make my... Ooh. I was going to say top 5 of all time, but I don't know. There's a few games on there that hold a real special place in my heart. Maybe top 5, definitely top 10. There are some games that have a very special place in my heart. Like a very special place. Oh, I didn't tag it. There was another fossil bed somewhere around here. Like 600 meters away, something like that. There it is. 700... No! If I'm in this menu, why would I want to interact with that item? But yeah, I'd really have to give some thought to a top 5. A top 10 is a little more easy. Subnautica would definitely make it into a top 10. Top 5, though, I know off the top of my head of at least 2 games that instantly make my top 5. I don't even question it. Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, my #1 all-time favorite video game, still to this day. And Knights of the Old Republic, BioWare's first foray into like sci-fi RPG, and the precursor to Mass Effect, which Mass Effect is basically KOTOR but with guns. Well, I mean, okay, KOTOR had guns. Oh, I hope that doesn't kill me. If it does, it does. Alright, give me a limb. I don't think either of those... Oh, 4 arms. I got 4 arms. Yes, that should count as a limb. Yes. Did that count? It did. Okay, so I just need to assemble a complete fossil exhibit. Which is in the build menu, I believe, right? Well, those are the individual fossils. Where's the actual fossil exhibit? I thought the exhibit was its own separate build, or do I build them like that? I might make an autosave before I do this so I don't throw away any pieces. Fossil display plinths are constructed from build menu. Assemble fossil parts on the plinth. Okay, so yeah, I need to make a plinth. So do I have the plinth diagram? Fossil display pack. Okay, so I actually need to gather polished stone before. So I've already done the legwork then. I've got the fossils. Now I need to find polished stone from the dilapidated ruins of relic worlds to break down abandoned fragments found on these worlds. Alright, relic worlds. Is this a relic world? Relic world detected in the current system. Return to space to survey the planets. Alright, let's go see what world is a relic world. Oh, I'm done with the fossil hunting. I'm very happy about that. I stand by what I said. Like, fossil hunting is not bad on a limited basis, but overall, it is my least favorite thing to do in No Man's Sky, because it takes you as far away from space exploration as possible, kind of. Or at least it feels like it does. Even if that would be a huge part of space exploration, I'm not going to say it wouldn't be. Like right now, we are currently searching for life on Mars. That's an important aspect of space exploration. They maybe even found some life on Mars. Maybe. Take that with a massive, massive grain of salt. Like, I hate all these people that make YouTube videos that jump to conclusions all the time. Like, oh, they found this. Like, okay, good example on this. All the big space news that was surrounding 3i Atlas. the extrasolar object that was moving through the that's still moving through the solar system, and it's super weird. And there's a lot of things about it that we just have never seen before from physics. That it doesn't obey like any law of cometary debris that we've ever encountered. And so all of these YouTube videos suddenly started popping up constantly that are just like, it's 100% confirmed, like 3i Atlas is an alien ship. Oh look, they're seeing lights on it. Oh, it's changing course. And it's like, none of that is true. Calm the hell down, people. If any of that was true, trust me, all of the space organizations, all the scientists would be shouting it from the rooftop if that was confirmable and true. So you're just creating clickbait, and clickbait pisses me off. I hate clickbait. Clickbait disgusts me. Ooh, rare deep space object. Why not? Ooh. That's cool. I wish there was more to do with these discovered objects. Like, because currently there's not really a lot to do with them. They're just neat things to find. But now that spacewalks are a thing, you should be able to maybe explore, like, lost ruins. Like, find a really ancient, giant, cool ship and be able to explore it. Alright, so ancient bones. I'm looking for ruins. Wrong menu. Wrong menu. Wrong menu. Discoveries. Vile brood. Quartzite, paraffinium, doesn't say anything about ruins. Ancient bones, doesn't say anything about ruins. Quartzite, doesn't say anything about ruins. Ooh. Oh, you can mark planets now. Oh my god. I didn't know you could, you never used to be able to do that. Would that make it easier to actually find specific planets? That could have helped me with, the moons yesterday. Ancient bones, star bulbs, sub-zero moon. You know, let's head to the moon. All right, jettison storage silo. All right, it said it marked the moon, but I'm not seeing a mark. So maybe it doesn't work? Or is that it? No, I thought that little white squiggle right there was a dot behind the planet. What planet is it orbiting? Anma Omega. Alright. Where's Anma Omega? I mean, I came from Apando, right? And that's not a relic world. Ah, screw it. Let's just head to the nearest planet. So yeah, maybe you can't mark planets, and even though it says you can. Because nothing's popping up on my HUD. So if you can't, you can't. Whatever. Ooh. While I'm pulse driving. There's a thing I've been meaning to do in Legends ZA, and I just keep not doing it. Because I've been focusing so much on streaming. Oh, I have no space to lay anything down. Yeah, my setup here is very ramshackle and thrown together, and it's not phenomenal. I need to refine it in the future. I do not have a lot of room for my keyboard, my mouse, my microphone, and my controller, yet alone me laying down anything. It's a big issue. So it's something I'm definitely heavily working on. Alright, let's Let's turn off the volume on these. Yeah, when I'm pulse driving, I can just load into Legend ZA and do the thing I've been meaning to do. Alright, anything on analysis mode? I literally just set foot on the planet. Alright, let's let them lose me. Literally, I had just set foot on the planet and they're like, oh my god, we need to kill this thing. It's like, okay. Okay. Calm the F down, dude. Calm down. Alright, the fact that nothing is popping up on my analysis visor. Abandoned fragments found on these worlds. Hang on. I'm gonna quit and reload. I just, with so little time left to play, I just don't have time to fight an army of sentinels. It's as simple as that. I don't even feel bad for that. Like, I don't have time. If I had more time, I would happily, like, clear out the sentinel pillar. But because of the job that I hate with all my heart and soul, I don't have time. Okay, good. They're no longer chasing me. Alright. It says Relic World detected still, so I'm guessing this is not the Relic World. Alright, so there's a nearby planet. Let's see if you are a ooh, is that the moon? Marked moon. Okay, well, I'm heading that direction anyway. Neat. Ooh, I've got a lot of boxes of Pokemon. Like, I have a lot of boxes of Pokemon, man. It's a bit excessive. Yeah, I just have a few Pokemon on my Switch 1 that I want to bring over to my Switch 2, and I keep not doing it. Because yes, I never got rid of my Switch 1, and I don't intend to ever get rid of my Switch 1. The Switch 1 is still an incredibly useful, versatile tool. Like, it works. It's a portable console that I'm more comfortable bringing around because, you know, it's tried, tested, and proven. Whereas the Switch 2, I'm a little more nervous to carry that one around because it's new and was very, very expensive. And also, I don't own a proper carrying case for the Switch 2, one that fits the Switch 2. Like, I do have a carrying case for the Switch 1, which makes it feel like I'm keeping the console at least semi-safe. But yeah, not having that is real rough. Hang on. Alright. Relic world detected in the current system. I'd like to think it would show up on my analysis visor because I have it set as my main mission. Though in 100% honesty, I don't know for sure. If I do have to literally just walk around all the planets, then I'm not going to be able to finish that milestone before I go to work. I was hoping to be able to finish most of the milestones before I went to work, but I just did not have a lot of time to stream this morning. Just the reality. Just didn't have time. Ooh. Skirted just the edge of the atmosphere on that one. If that doesn't give me a gravity assist, I don't know what would. Damn it. Burp. Yeah, I've only got about 10 minutes left before I have to end my recording. And yeah, I cannot imagine a world where I will be streaming when I get home. I cannot comprehend of a world where I will be streaming when I get home. That's an anomalous creature if I've ever seen one. Hello, friend. God damn it. Cannot adopt. Companion register full. I gotta remedy that. I guess I'm ditching my companions. I'm gonna ditch you. Because I can't even see you. Adopt as companion. Do you count as an anomalous flying companion? Come on. Come on. They're cool looking. Yes! Yes! Oh, I've never seen a... I've got to take a screenshot of this planet with the coordinates. I've never seen a life form that looks quite like that. That's really cool. Like, that's really neat. Alright, so there's the coordinates in the bottom left. So take a screenshot of the coordinates. Now let's try to get a good screenshot of me and my new pet here. That's actually pretty good, including the lighting. I didn't expect the lighting, like the lighting 10 seconds ago was terrible. But that lighting is nice. Capture screenshot. That will probably be the thumbnail for this video. This very short video that I'm going to be putting out. There. Change back to that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to come here and befriend one of these on my main file. Because that's really, really cool looking. That's, I don't think I've ever seen one that looks quite like that. So with nobody watching my stream right now, I can't exactly put out like a straw poll saying like, what should I name this? So I am going to name this what it reminded me of when I first saw it. Navi. Because a little glowing energy being with wings. And I think Navi gets a lot more hate than Navi deserves. Like, I will defend Navi to my dying breath. Yes, from a gameplay standpoint, Navi could be a little bit annoying. Yes, I agree with this 100%. There's a reason why all of my alarms are, hey, listen, hey, listen, hey, listen. It's because it's annoying. Alarms are supposed to be annoying. But, big ol' but. From a narrative standpoint, Navi is amazing. Like, Navi is Link's oldest and most trusted companion. Like, Navi's story of disappearing at the end of Ocarina of Time actually has a lot of heart to it. Like, when you really think about it. Like, he lost the only person that really knows who he is and what he did. There's an amazing series on YouTube. Somebody made like a full-on, amazingly rendered animation. He's done like 6 or 7 videos for it so far. His name's Major Link, and he has this gorgeous, over epic, sweeping story about Link and his adventures after Ocarina of Time and after Termina. Like, where he's trying to find his place in the world. He's trying to figure out his purpose, and he's also still looking for Navi. But he failed to find Navi. And it's a really heartfelt, emotional story. Like, it's beautifully performed. No voice acting or anything. He really kept it to like the Nintendo 64 vibe, which is actually kind of a cool decision. It makes it really stand out. So everything is in the form of like Nintendo 64 text boxes, and you even hear the sound of the person selecting the text box. But the music is beyond epic and amazing. The animation is top-notch, like phenomenal quality. The combat and battle scenes are something more like out of Dragon Ball Z. Like, they're epic, they're engaging, they're cool. They use the weapons, they use the shields, they use powers, like they use all the items, like the hook shot, the bows, ice arrows. Like, it's such a cool animation. It's one of the best things I've ever found on YouTube. So, if you really want to develop an appreciation for Navi and their role in Link's story, I would highly recommend that series. Major Link, and I forget what the actual series is called, but it's the #1 watch thing on Major Link's YouTube channel. So, like, you'll be able to find it if you just look up Major Link. It's so good. I sing its praises constantly. But on that note, I think I'm going to find my ship really quick and make an autosave. I did have fun. The only thing that's kind of ruining a little bit of my fun is just the fact that I'm streaming when I don't have a lot of time to stream. So I find myself, like, for example, like, being annoyed at the fossil hunting. The only reason I was even getting annoyed at the fossil hunting is just because I have so little time to stream this morning, and I was hoping to make some more progress on the milestones. So, yeah, that's not even the game's fault. That's just the reality of the situation. Like, so yeah, I don't think that I was, like, you know, crapping on the game. I wasn't. I really wasn't. I love the game. I love the gameplay mechanics. I even do love searching for fossils. It's just the time constraint. And then me getting annoyed at the idea of having to fight sentinels. Like, sentinels are a fun part of the game. Like, big sentinel fights can be really engaging and fun. It's just, I have so little time. I'm looking forward to this Thursday. So I did have a really long bad shift waiting for me on Thursday. And downside, I lost that shift. The hours were cut. But the plus side is I have a day off where I can actually breathe and, like, devote the day to streaming. And I'm really looking forward to it on that level. So tomorrow morning, I'll probably hop in for a couple hours. Again, it'll be another early morning stream, so, you know, probably nobody will hop in. But that's fine. I went into this knowing that early morning streams were just me kind of dipping my toes into streaming again. But after work on Wednesday, so after work tomorrow, I will probably be streaming in the afternoon. There's a good chance. So, yeah. Nobody in the chat right now and nobody watching my stream, so don't have to say goodbye to anybody there, but I will, if anybody's watching this VOD, like, you know, thanks for watching the VOD. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having a good day. If you're playing No Man's Sky right now, put it down in the comments. If you have any of the same opinions I have about, like, the fossil hunting kind of being like a fun little thing to do once or twice, but kind of gets old, you know, leave it down in the comments. What are your opinions on the new expedition? I don't know, anything. And just how's your day going? And yeah, I'll see you on the flippity. Live long and prosper. Yeah. I like that tagline. I'll stick with that tagline. Oh, I blocked my ability to turn off the stream. There we go. Later.